Life Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Waiting. You must be true. Check three. Watch the safety.
Wentz on the give to Sanders.
Go, run.
B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get that ball right here.
Now Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. No. Off. Deuce. Ready, go. Shoot.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 99. Ready.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready. X3. 218. Chopper. Wide.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Wendell Smallwood. To strike first here in this opening quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Fair. Yo, cheetah.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and they'll set up. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Down now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, twisting away. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That one caught by Ellison. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Ready, set. 61, matchbox, lights. Put up. Big river.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Ingram hauls it in. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Tate. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
To throw again, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready.
Mike 51. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jackson to return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
120!
Got one. 52. 52. Watch a slant.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 12 yards there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Michael Thomas on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he works free. Corey Coleman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman. An 80-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he...
And coughed it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
There we go. Back. 120!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The first carry for Josh Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Brings up 3rd
Go
and
now.
5.
60 Pittsburgh. Look at me. Go. Bravo. Ready, get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Hey, Delta.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Lefty.
Again, it's Smallwood. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Another run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Back to throw. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker. 8-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. To throw is Wentz. And that would complete to Wendell Smallwood. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Eagles, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week